Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of not Life is Feudal. We are playing Stonehearth in our Rayya's Children playthrough, and it is March 5th. And we actually, this is, I always say this, but this is a fun one. One that I experienced, or played rather. Maybe experienced is a better word. When I was a kid in high school, first few years I think. Yeah, based on the date would have been freshman, I think. Yeah, freshman in high school, kind of in between high school and middle school. And I probably shouldn't have been playing it. But I did, because my friend's dad let him get it, and probably shouldn't have. But that game is Conker's Bad Fur Day, which came out on this date in 20, okay, let's try that again. 2001, 16 years ago today. So yeah, I definitely shouldn't have been playing that game when I was in high school. Or middle school. Maybe late in high school, but probably not at the age that I was at the time. But it is a great game. Loads of fun. And very funny. And actually I would say the multiplayer was profoundly underrated. It had some of the best multiplayer on the N64, hands down. And I think, that's pretty impressive considering the competition that it had on that platform. That was kind of the console to get, in my opinion, for having games to play with your friends. You had the original Smash Brothers, you had GoldenEye, you had Perfect Dark, that's what it was. The World Is Not Enough, which is another Bond game, was also superb. You had, of course, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Mario Kart was on there. Mario Party. There were so many good multiplayer games as a kid to play on that console, so it's great fun. Great fun. We need to use this, so let's make 100. Throw that in there. We need to sell some stuff probably. But yeah, if you're unfamiliar with the game, it's made by Rare, one of the last games in from my perspective that Rare ever made. They kind of fell off the map after that as far as I'm concerned. But great, just great adult themed game. Very funny. I think the first boss is like a gigantic piece of shit, literally actually a piece of feces that was too large to flush, and your job is to mess it up and throw toilet paper at it so that it can be flushed. And it sings. I'm not going to sing the song, because one, I don't remember it, and two, I don't want to sing, but look it up on YouTube sometime, it's hilarious. And the game just kind of continued with that. There were teddy bears that were Nazis or something, and you had to fight against them, and basically their outfits were Nazi style, and yours were Ally style, World War II era Ally style with green helmet kind of thing. Which, it was in line with the overall, let's say, theme, I guess. Did I mess up the positioning of this? I did, didn't I? I need to cancel that building. Yeah, doesn't line up properly. I need to get rid of another... Here, we'll queue this up. Get a little extra mining done here. I think I need to go further. Not sure how to go about doing that though. Can I? Okay, let's just see if I can place it. Where did I put it? Custom. Right there, Desert Duplex. Okay, so it does fit. Why did I have it placed wrong? That's very strange. Alright, anyway, it should be fine now. Yeah, I don't know, between those games I mentioned, you got GoldenEye, played a shitload of it. Perfect Dark, played maybe even more of that. The World Is Not Enough, Twine, played a shit ton of that. Conker's Bad Fur Day was probably the best one that I didn't personally have. It was really, like, the multiplayer seriously was amazing. It was, I don't know why or how, it was so damn good, but it was amazing. Okay, let's see. I can't even describe it completely, but it had, you know, it was a third-person shooter, basically. And it had different modes, I guess, I think. I can't totally remember. All I remember is that it was probably my favorite experience out of all the ones online. Or not online, all the multiplayer experiences on N64. I should go back and see what modes it had. It's really, really good. But there isn't really anything that fills that niche anymore. Everything that we get is like... I don't know, Conker's Bad Fur Day walked a line where it worked. It was raunchy and stupid and didn't take itself seriously, but it also... I don't know, it worked. The stuff we get these days is just sort of like... adult for the sake of being adult. Like, it's like, oh, here's some tits. And to be fair, Conker's Bad Fur Day had a sunflower whose tits you bounced off of in order to jump higher. So let's be honest here, this was not the pinnacle of, like, anything other than juvenile humor. But it worked. For whatever reason, for me anyway, it worked. And it made sense and worked within what it was, I guess. Can't really explain to you why, but it did. Alright, hopefully this asshole stops running. Yeah, we'll sell some more pelts. Let's see. But yeah, I guess you gotta just say, like, that's another, they don't make them like they used to kind of situation. You just don't have, that niche isn't filled really these days. I don't necessarily think it needs to be. We don't really need a game like that. It's fine to have it. I think it's fun, but the gameplay was more what worked for me than the humor. It's really, like, I wish I could remember what the hell it was, but I remember it being shockingly good. And I wish I remembered why. But it was just... I can't remember ever not being happy playing that, not having fun playing it. It was just one of those games that was never got old. And I can't recall exactly why. But I definitely miss it. I miss that, but maybe part of what I miss is, like, I miss my friends. And maybe not specifically the friends that I had, but, like, being able to play with friends and have that kind of experience. And I've talked about that before in my videos, kind of chasing that. Maybe that's kind of the major appeal of doing YouTube videos like this, is developing a base of friends that you can play games with, and that's what's really rewarding about it, more above and beyond any money that you make or anything like that. It's much more about the people that you can play with. And that's kind of how I see it. But again, that's just my opinion. Money matters, don't get me wrong. Let's see. And I'm not speaking for myself personally here, I just mean generally, like, trying to understand why something like this is as fun as it is, or as like, why you would want to be a YouTuber or anything like that. I think being able to find people, have friends to play games with, that's definitely a major part of the appeal. It just feels like it's gotta be. Alright. So this thing's getting built, that's good to see. Do we need more clay? I think we might. Let's take a look. Get that dug out. That should get us rolling. Net worth is a bit down, that's fine. Alright, getting that stone. I'm really doing this for ore. I really want to get some gold ore, because we need more vaults. Or I want to place more. We don't really need more vaults, I just want more vaults. Okay, let's do some math here. We have about 6k. Alright, 6k divided by 250 is 4 times 6, right? So we're looking at about 26 needed. And let's call it 30, because if I have a certain number for food, those are not going to be available for the rest of the inventory pool, so I want to overshoot, so I got 8 here. Then I have 12, so 20. Okay, we're pretty much where we need to be. We don't really need more, we just need to finish this line out, that's fine. Okay. Lovely. So we're probably done with vaults now. We don't need any more. I'd still like to get more, but it seems like we're good. So we'll get those placed, there we go. There we are. And there, yep, there we go. We are done with vaults, effectively. Not completely, but we're more or less done with vaults. Good, they're getting the clay going as well, that's important. Let's take a look here. What does this actually require? Clay bricks, okay. I think we're good there. Let's take a look at our inventory real quick. Just to confirm that we actually have the clay bricks that it says we do. We do. Okay, we're fine. No need to stress it. We will worry about that some other time. Let's use some steroids. Pop a Rockstar, some 5-hour energies, maybe a couple Red Bulls. I used to drink 5-hour energies briefly while I was working, like, I mean, at my current job, early on in it. And I have to say, someone, like, I got one of those little, the packs that you see open up on the counter that you would take them out of. I basically just got one of those as like a 15 pack or some shit, something like that. And I got like 10 deep. I'd drink 10 and then someone stole the remainder at work, which really pissed me off. I wasn't happy about that. But in retrospect, they were doing me a favor because my chest had started to hurt. And I was never ever having more than one in any given day. I might go one day, one the next day, nothing the third day, and then go back and have another the fourth day. Never 2 in one day. And still with the chest pain. And that was kind of when I knew, alright, I stepped back, thought about it, and I was like, nah, you know what? I need to stop. This is hurting me, it's not healthy. Nothing should cause that kind of pain. And I stopped drinking them. Now I just have Rockstar if I need it. It's a little bit, for whatever reason, it's a lot more tolerable. From a health standpoint, let's say. Don't know, you know, I don't really know the difference. Maybe it's got less caffeine, but it does the job. Keeps me awake and actually improves my focus greatly. Which is, believe me, needed a lot of the time. It's hard to, if you're doing tedious work, it's hard to keep focused on it and maintain productivity. So you get into this situation where you can't focus because you've been working too long, but you need to keep working because the work has to get done. So you can't focus, so you need to work longer, and you need to work longer because you can't get the work done. And it's just this vicious cycle that kind of turns into never actually getting anything done, really. And it's been a real problem for me at work lately. I either have to buckle down and force myself to just suck it up and deal with it, or I have to get, you know, some chemical aid, such as Rockstar, because let's be honest, that's exactly what it is. And buckle down and just get shit done for a little bit. Wish I didn't have to, but just a part of life. Alright, what do we got? Nothing here. Oh, good. Convenient timing on the invasion. Please, get yourselves killed. You guys don't have a hope in hell of beating this army. What are you doing, guy? Go home. I like how the knights are like trading in and out. They're like, yeah, it's your turn. You can tank him. It's good to see. Definitely makes me feel like we don't have any concerns right now. Okay, these guys are toast. Ooh, rain just kicked up big time. I doubt you guys can hear that, but it's raining pretty hard right now. Which I enjoy, but it's not fun to drive in. Oh, hello. How'd I miss you? Yeah, it's nice to hear the rain coming down outside. It's very, very relaxing. You can probably hear from my voice I'm very quiet. No, it's not because I'm relaxed, it's because it's late and I don't want to piss anyone off with my noise, so I'm trying to be respectful. Just get nice and close to the mic and, you know, just chill out. It's probably, you know what, it probably fits my style a little bit better anyway to do it like this because I'm not really a high energy guy. I'm really just a nice kind of, you know, chill out, relax, have some fun, enjoy yourself kind of guy. Which you might attribute to perhaps partaking in particular plants that may or may not have similar effects on you, but no, I do not smoke. Even though I could probably get a card pretty easily. Not that that's even necessary anymore, but yeah, it's just not really my kind of thing. Don't really like anything that impedes my ability to think. I am my brain, so anything that changes how my brain works fundamentally changes who I am, and I like who I am. I want to be me. I'm happy with me. I don't think I'm perfect, but I'm happy with who I am, so I don't really want to go around messing with that. Anyway, we got kind of off topic here, sorry about that. I just don't really have that much more to say about Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's hard to say much about it, because it was so, like, it was just good. And back then, it wasn't laggy, it didn't have issues like that, it was just a fun fucking game. And it worked. It was... I really genuinely didn't have any complaints about it. I was a lot more interested in the multiplayer than the story, personally, that I don't really enjoy that kind of raunchy adult... Oop, error. Something with scaffolding. I'm not really into that kind of stuff for the story, but for an overall setting, I don't mind it or anything. It's good either way. The only thing that matters is the multiplayer was fucking amazing. And that's really all I cared about, so... yeah. Not much else to say. Oh. You're dead, buddy. Fennec Fox. You are gonna be eaten. Turned into jerky. Carnivore, like... it's kind of an aside, but carnivores don't taste very good, do they? I don't think they do. Really, you're missing a window. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think carnivores are generally tasty. But what do I know? I haven't tried much other than pork, chicken, and beef, so I shouldn't talk. Anyway. But that is going to have to do it for today's episode, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're going to go check out some videos for Conker's Bad Fur Day, if you are of the age appropriate to do so, which is 18+. If you do, it is hilarious. I hope you enjoy it. I know it's pretty juvenile, but it's funny anyway, so thank you for watching, like I said, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.